So this is our second attempt at column method, and you can see there's a little bit of difference in today's. So we're still adding two 3-digit numbers together, but this time we're going to be using something called regrouping. Now, I'll be honest, this is normally the part, if we're going to get stuck on this, this is the bit that we get stuck on. So we're going to go through it really slowly to make it really clear. And we're going to start with our first problem. So we've got Amal and we've got Jen, and they are counting the numbers of birds of prey. And we can see that we've got 126 male birds and 217 female birds. Now our job today is to add those two numbers together. So we're going to be looking at 126 plus 217. And the first way we can do this is still using our base 10 resources, so using our concrete method, in order to start to learn how to apply this column method. So the first thing we're going to do is make our 126. So once again, still using our partitioning, so there's 100s, 2 10s and 6 1s. And once we've done that, we're going to make our 217 by using our partitioning method once again. So 200s, 110 and 7 1s. So now we've made out our number centers. So we've got 126 plus 217. So the first thing what we're going to do is again add our smallest values, which is our ones. So I'm simply going to add in my 6 1s and my 7 1s together. So we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've got our extra 7 from our next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to do something that probably is going to be contrary to popular opinion for parents out there, which is I'm going to ignore my 1s now and move straight onto my 10s. And my 10s, I'm going to add on my 2 10s and my 110, and then I'll move on to my 100s and add my 100 to my 200. Now once I've done that, I can see how many 1s I have, how many 10s I have and how many 100s. So looking at this, we can see that I've got 6 and 7, which gives me an answer of 13 1s. Now we know with place value that I can't have 13 1s because 13 1s is made up of two different numbers. So if we partition 13, we'll find that we've actually got 1 10 and 3 1s. So now I've taken my 1s and I've partitioned 13 1s into one lot of 10 and 3 lots of 1. So now I can exchange or regroup my one lot of 10 into the 10s column, leaving me with just 3 1s left. Then I can look at my 10s and I can work out how many 10s do I have. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, so I've got 40 in total. And I'm quite happy with 4 10s to be sat into this column. It's only when it becomes more than 10 1s I regroup, more than 10 10s I regroup, and in this case 1, 2, 3 100s, so I'm happy with that, because it's when I get more than 10 100s I need to regroup. As again, remembering what 10 lots of 1 equals 1 lot of 10, 10 lots of 10 equals 1 lot of 100, 10 lots of 100 equals 1 lot of 1000. So that gives me the idea that now I've got 3 1s, 4 10s and 3 100s, 300 and 43. So 126 and 217 gives me an answer of 343. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing with my abstract method. So I've got my 126 plus my 217. So I'm going to nicely write it down this column. I'm then going to add my 1s together. 7 add 6, which of course gives me my 13. I can add my 10s together. 20 plus 10 to give me an answer of 30. And I'm going to add my 100s. 100 plus 200 to give me an answer of 300. Now I can simply add these together again. So if I look down my 1s, I have 3 plus nothing to give me 3. If I look down my 10s, I have 1 10 plus 3 10s plus no 10s to give me 4 10s. And then when I look at my 100s, I can see that I've got 300s all on their own. So 343. Now I'm going to set you a challenge for this one. So I'm going to give you a couple of number sentences. I want you to use both the base 10 and the expanded form of column method to try and solve these, focusing on just regrouping from one column. So here's 3 number sentences for you. So we're starting off with our red, just a 2-digit number plus a 2-digit number, something we can probably use a number line to solve, but I want you to use your base 10 methods to actually solve this. Amber, a 3-digit number plus a 3-digit number, very similar to what you've just had. So I want you to try and either use the base 10 or move on to that expanded form of column method. And our green, a little bit different. So look at the numbers very carefully and think about your strategy. Will the strategy still apply to this? There's a slight change in it. So now pause your video, give yourself some time to look at these, and then we'll look at the answers when you're ready to press play again. So here we go with those answers. So 24 plus 47 equals 71, because if we look at our ones, we've got 4 plus 7 gives me an answer of 11, so 1 1 and an extra 1 10. Then 2 tens plus 4 tens to give me 6 tens, adding on that extra 10 to give me 7 tens, so 7 tens plus 1 1, 71. With our 138 plus 226, we had 8 plus 6, which gave me an answer of 14, so 4 ones and 1 10. 3 tens plus 2 tens gives me 5 tens. Add on that extra 10 to give me 6 tens. So 6 tens and 4 ones. And 100 plus 200 to give me 300s. So 364. Looking at our green, we had 353 plus 362. Now 3 ones plus 2 ones gives me 5 ones. 5 tens plus 6 tens, a little bit different here, gives me 11 tens. And we need to remember 11 tens are 110. So I've got to regroup and exchange that one. So 300 plus 300s is 600s, but I've got about 100 left over to give me 700s. So 700s and 15. So well done with that. Think about your method. Which one did you prefer? Why did you prefer it? Now you're ready to move on to your independent activity.